Is my voice audible to you all? Okay. Okay. So in the yesterday class, what we have discussed the how to the reading of the 1 year scale. Okay. Now I told you that when we are taking some reading, you will see that the reading would be somewhat like this. This is the main scale. This is the 1 year scale. So how to take the reading of the 1 year scale by using 1 year scale? First of all, we need to know the main scale reading. Okay. First of all, we need to know the main scale reading. Now, how to get the main scale reading? You have to look at the left side of the zero of the 1 year scale. So if you look at the left side of the zero, the reading of my main scale is what? 1, 2, 3. That is 3.3 centimeter. Okay. So 3.3 centimeter is the reading of the main scale. Okay. Now 1 year scale. Now how to get the 1 year scale reading? For 1 year scale reading, what we have to do? We have to look at that reading which is coinciding with the main scale. So if you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth reading of the 1 year scale is exactly coinciding with the main scale. Coinciding means it would be in a straight line. Okay, so that would be your 1 year scale reading. Then, then, then the measurement of the 1 year scale will come as main scale reading plus 1 year scale reading into least count. Now, least count of 1 year scale is how much? That is 0.01 centimeter. Okay, so we'll get what? 3.3 plus 4 into 0.01. We'll get the reading as 3.34 centimeter. So this is the way how we take the 1 year scale reading. Okay. Now next. Okay. So I think you understand how to take the 1 year scale reading. Now next is the errors. Okay. The error in the instrument. Now the error in the instrument in 1 year scale is zero error. Okay. So the error is zero error. Now what is zero error of 1 year scale? Fine. Now zero error means like for a perfect scale, for a perfect for a perfect instrument, for a perfect instrument, the zero of 1 year scale, for a perfect instrument, the zero of the 1 year scale should coincide with should coincide with zero of the main scale. Zero of the main scale. Okay. So what is the zero error? Okay. So zero zero error for a perfect instrument. For a perfect instrument, the zero of the 1 year scale should coincide with the zero of the main scale. Like now, when it will coincide, that is the important point here. See, if you look at this figure, when the jaws of when the lower jaws are in contact, or we can say when the fixed jaw is in contact with the movable jaw, then you will see that the zero of the 1 year scale, if you look at this figure, the zero of the 1 year scale and zero of the main scale are exactly on a straight line. Now if this is the condition, then the instrument is completely perfect. Okay, perfect, completely perfect means the zero of the main scale is exactly coinciding with the zero of the 1 year scale. Okay, and when this condition is there, when the jaws are in contact. When can a jaws be in contact? When you are not measuring anything. So when we don't measure anything, both the jaws will be in contact. At that condition, if the zero of the main scale is exactly coinciding with the zero of the 1 year scale, then that instrument is perfect. Okay, that has no errors. Okay, but there is possibility that okay, that instrument is perfect. But if the zero of 1 year scale doesn't coincide with but zero of the 1 year scale do not coincide with zero of the main scale. It do not coincide with zero of the main scale. Then that instrument is not perfect instrument. Means that instrument will have some error, and the error which is there due to this condition when zero of the 1 year scale do not coincide with zero of the main scale, that the error is known as zero error. That error is known as zero error. So for a perfect instrument, zero of the 1 year scale should coincide with zero of the main scale. And if it doesn't coincide, then then uh, then the error in that instrument would be zero error. Now, if you look at this figure, if you look at this figure, okay. Now, if you look at the first figure is having no error. The reason is that the zero of the 1 year scale, you can look at the zero of the 1 year scale, is exactly on a straight line with the zero of the main scale. Okay, then this instrument is perfect instrument, means whatever measurement we will do in this instrument will give the exact reading. So this is the perfect instrument. Perfect instrument. Okay, so whatever reading we are getting will be the exact reading. Okay, now 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 this error, this zero error can be of two types. One is positive error, other is negative error. Now, see, if you look at this positive error form, if you look at this scale, the positive error, you can see that the zero of the 1 year scale is on the left side of the zero of the main scale. Okay, so positive error means, okay, see, I think this figure is wrong. This should be what? This should be negative error, not positive error. Okay, this is negative. This is positive. Okay, make a correction in that. In this figure, this is wrong. This is negative. This is positive. Okay. Now there are two types of error. First one is positive error. Other one is negative error. Okay. So what is positive error? So when jaws are touched, when jaws are touched, then zero of the zero of 1 year scale, the zero of the 1 year scale is right side of right right of zero of main scale. So when the jaws are touched, the zero of the 1 year scale is on the right side of the zero of the main scale. Then that error will be your then that error is a positive error. Okay. Then this error will be positive error. Positive error. Fine. So did you understand positive error? Positive error means when the zero of the 1 year scale is on the right side of the zero of the main scale. Now if you look at this figure, if you look at this figure, okay, I think something is wrong in this figure. So don't look at the figure, okay? See, just I will draw the figure, okay? That is something wrong with it, okay? Let us suppose this is a scale now. Fine. This is the scale. Okay. Above one is zero main scale reading. This is main scale reading. This is 1 year scale reading. Now this is the zero of the main scale. So we have 10 division like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this will be a 1 centimeter. Okay. Now when can you have the positive error? When the zero of the 1 year scale is on the right side of the zero of the main scale. So this is the zero of the main scale, and 1 year scale is here. So 1 year scale is exactly on the right side of the main scale. See, this is the zero of the 1 year scale, and this is the zero of the main scale. So if the zero of the 1 year scale is on the right side of the zero of the main scale, then that type of error will be your positive error. Positive error. Fine. So that error will be a positive error. Now, whenever the instrument has error, then the reading it would take, okay, the reading which we are, okay, first of all I'll tell you positive error, then I will tell you negative error. Okay, fine. Now, see, if the instrument is having some error, like if the instrument is having positive error, then the reading it would take the reading if that instrument will take will not be accurate reading. So to get the true reading by using this instrument, the true reading in the case of positive error will be equal to measured value measured value minus positive error measured value minus positive zero error. Fine. So if the instrument is having positive error, then the true reading of the instrument will be your measured value minus the positive error. Okay, fine. Minus the positive error will give you the true reading. Now, now we have to check how we get the value of the positive error or negative error. Okay. So when the zero are in positive, when the zero are in C, if you look at this figure, when the zero are in exactly coinciding, then there is no error. Now, if the zero is on the right side of the main scale, in this case, see, we can see here, we can do like this. This can be taken as negative error. Okay. See, something is wrong. See. So just think this is the main scale. We can take this as 1 year scale. Okay. No. Okay. Just don't take this reading. Take 0 as here. Okay, fine. Take 0 as here. Fine. Now see. Now this will be a positive error. So if you look at this figure, this is a positive error. Now if I don't take this reading, this is positive error. Now how to get the positive error value? To get the positive error value, first of all we have to make the two jaws in contact. When the two jaws are in contact, if the zero is not coinciding, then it will have error. If the zero is on the right side of the main scale, then it is a positive error. You can see in the figure this is the positive error. Fine. Now how to get the value of the positive error? To get the value of positive error, we have to look at the coinciding part. Okay, we have to look at the coinciding part. Which part is coinciding with the main scale? So you can see here the the second second part of the 1 year scale is exactly coinciding with the main scale. Then this is the value of the positive error. So positive error would be equal to which part of the 1 year scale is coinciding? Second part of the 1 year scale is coinciding with the main scale. Then the positive error will be equal to 2 into least count, that is 0.01. Okay, 2 into least count will give you the value of the positive error. Okay, and that positive error should be subtracted from the main scale reading. That positive error should be subtracted from the main scale reading. Okay, I think you understood what is positive error. Again, I will try to draw it properly. Wait. See, this is your main scale, this is your 1 year scale. Okay, now you look at this, how to get the positive error value here. See, if you see here, the bottom is the 1 year scale and top one is the main scale. Now it is positive error because 1 year scale is on the right side of the main scale. Fine. And how to get the value of positive error? We have to look at the coinciding part. So we can see that first one is not coinciding, second one is not coinciding, third is not coinciding, but fourth is coinciding. So which part is coinciding? Fourth part is coinciding. The fourth part into the least count of the instrument, that is 0.01 centimeter, will be your positive error. So what is the value of positive error in this case? 0.00, 0.04. 0.04 is the value of the positive error. Fine. 0.04 centimeter is the value of the positive error. Now to get the exact reading, to get the true reading, the measured value minus positive error. So whatever value is measured, we have to subtract the positive error. So like in this example, if if I have taken a faulty instrument which has positive error, and we got the reading somewhat like this, 3.34 centimeter, then the true reading of this instrument, the true reading will be equal to the true reading the true reading will be equal to measured value, that is 3.34, minus positive error in this instrument, that is 0.04 centimeter. So we are getting the answer as 3.30 centimeter. Okay, that is how we can eliminate the error in the instrument. Okay, now next type of error is negative error. The next error is negative error. Again, let us draw the scale. This is your main scale. Okay, fine. So top one is main scale, bottom one is 1 year scale. Okay. Now let us take reading here like this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, now in negative error, the 0 of the 1 year scale is on the left hand side of the 0 of the main scale. Okay. So this is the 1 year scale. So 1 year scale has 10 divisions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So these are the 10 division of 1 year scale. Now if you look at the 1 year scale, the 0 of the 1 year scale is on the left side of the 0 of the main scale. So when can you have negative error? Negative error, negative 0 error means the 0 of the 1 year scale, the 0 of 1 year scale is on left side of 0 of main scale. Main scale. Okay, then it is a negative error. Now again, how to get the value of negative error? We have to look at the part of the Vernier scale which is coinciding with the main scale. So if you look at this, first part is not coinciding, second is not coinciding, third is not coinciding, but fourth is coinciding. Okay, so fourth is coinciding. So value of negative error in this case, negative, the value of negative 0 error in this case will be equal to 4 into least count, that is 0.01 centimeter, which will come as 0.04 centimeter. Now if I use this instrument, the faulty instrument, to measure the value of something, if I use a faulty instrument to measure the value of any instrument, the true reading will be equal to measured value plus negative error. So positive error is subtracted and negative error is added. Okay. So again, if I take this instrument, if I take negative error instrument and measure this value, we are getting the reading as 3.34 centimeter. Now in this case, the true reading would be equal to the true reading would be equal to the true reading would be equal to 3 point the true reading would be equal to 3.34 plus negative error, that is 0.04, which will come as 3.38 centimeter. Okay, so in this way we can find the error in the instrument. Okay, did you all get this or not? Okay, I'll again repeat this again. Okay, it is a new topic to you all, so it may be confusing, so I repeat again. Okay, fine. I'll repeat one more time. Then okay. See, how can we differentiate measured value and error? See, measured value is the reading which we take from the instrument, like this one. See, this is the reading which we have taken. This is the measured value. And I told you how to find the measured value. You have to look at the 0 of the 1 year scale. Then you have to do this procedure, main scale reading plus 1 year scale reading into least count. This will give the main scale reading. this will give the measured value of the instrument or reading of the vernier scale. But if this instrument is perfect, then this is the reading. Means if the instrument is having no zero error, like this, the first case we have discussed, if the instrument has no error, then the reading of the instrument would be same as 3.34 centimeter. But if it has some error, like if it has positive error, and how can you distinguish, how can you find that the instrument is having positive error? You have to look at the zero of the vernier scale. If it is on the right side of the zero of the main scale, then the error would be positive error. Okay. Now we have to find the value of the positive error. How much error is there? To find the value of the positive error, we have to look at the coinciding part. So in this figure, if you look here, the fourth part of the vernier scale is coinciding with the main scale. Then the positive error value will be equal to the 4 that is the coinciding part into least count, which means 0.04 centimeter. This positive error value, how we have to find? We have to find when the two jaws are in contact. When the two jaws are in contact, okay, then we can find the error in the instrument. So in this instrument, we have positive error of 0.04 centimeter. Now, if I use this particular instrument to measure something, like I have used this instrument to measure some object, I am getting the reading as 3.34 centimeter. This 3.34 centimeter is the measured value by that instrument. And if I have to get the exact value of the instrument, to get the exact value, we have to we have to minus positive error from measured value. So in this case, 3.34 minus 3.34 minus 0.04 will give 3.30 centimeter. No. Measure value will always, no. That is not the case. I am taking the case here. This case I have taken. Yeah, like when we measure something, I'm getting value 3.34. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. Least count is constant. Least count is the minimum value which vernier scale can measure. That is the least count. Okay, fine. Okay, now next is this one. Negative error. Now for negative error also, the jaws should touch each other. Here also, this negative error value we are getting when the jaws are in contact. When the jaws are touching each other, Then if they are touching each other, and if the zero of the vernier scale is on the left hand side of the zero of the main scale, then the error will come as negative error. Now again, how to find the negative error value? Again, we have to look at the coinciding part. So here also fourth part is coinciding. If fourth part is coinciding means negative error will be equal to coinciding part into least count, which is 0.04 centimeter. Now, true reading, when you are measuring with the help of this instrument which has negative error, that would be equal to measured value, that is 3.34 plus negative error, that is 0.0. Okay, so negative error is always added and positive error is always subtracted. Okay, okay, so negative error is always added, and positive error is always subtracted. Okay, now I give you one problem based on this. I think you understood what is negative error, what is positive error, how we are measuring with the help of vernier scale. Okay. In NEET, they have not asked you the question up to now about vernier scale. Okay. So up till now, they have not asked any problem. Fine. But that is why, uh, but if they can ask, because they have asked screw gauge. So they can ask vernier scale also. But the question will be very easy. Okay. So you just need to remember the thing which I am telling you, like negative error, positive error, what is least count, like this you have to understand. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now, if I give you one problem here, this problem is very tricky problem. Okay, so you have to use your brain in this case. Okay, the question is that the least count of main scale, the least count of main scale is 0.1 centimeter. The least count of main scale is 0.1 centimeter. Okay, what do you understand by this? Least count of main scale means the minimum measurement it can do, or one main scale division. One main scale division is how much? 0.1 centimeter. Now, now vernier scale. Now vernier scale. Okay. Now vernier scale has 20 division. Has 20 division. Vernier scale has not 20 division. Now, a classical instrument, a normal instrument, a classical instrument of vernier scale will only have 10 division. But it is not the case. It is not that only vernier scale will have only 10 division. It can have 20 also, it can have 30 also, it can have other divisions also. So we are creating a new vernier scale which has 20 division. Okay. Understand, it is not necessary that vernier scale should have 10 division. It can have more than 10 also. So we are creating a new scale, new vernier scale which has 20 division. Fine. Now the vernier scale has 20 division, and coincide, and coincide means vernier scale coincide with 16th division. Vernier scale coincide with 16th division of vernier scale. Coincide with main scale means it has 20 division and it coincides with 16 division of the main scale. Okay, find the least count of the instrument. Least count of instrument. Okay, fine. Find the least count of the instrument. Okay, the question is that the least count of the main scale is 0.1 centimeter. Least count means we can write here as one is main scale division. Okay, so one main scale division is how much? 0.1 centimeter. Okay, vernier scale has 20 division. Okay, so we don't know how much vernier scale division is there. So we can assume one vernier scale division value is equal to x centimeters. Okay, now vernier scale has 20 division and it coincides with 16 division of the main scale. It coincides with the 16 division of the main scale. Fine. So we can use the basic method which we have found, which we have used for finding the main least count. We can write here as 16 into 0.1. 16 into 0.1 should be equal to vernier scale division, that is x into 20. Okay, so we get the value of x equal to how much? 0.08 centimeter. Okay, 0.08 centimeter. Fine. Now x is what? X is one vernier scale division. Now we know that least count of any instrument is equal to one main scale division minus one vernier scale division. So what is the value of one main scale division? That is 0.1 minus 0.08 centimeter. So we are getting as 0.02 centimeter. So the new scale which we have developed, that has the least count of 0.02 centimeter. Okay. So the question can be framed like this also. They can give you new vernier scale. Okay, new type of instrument, new type of vernier scale, which may have 20 division. And in that scale, the 16 part of the main scale is coinciding with the vernier scale. Okay, then we can get this answer by like 20 division of the main scale is coinciding with the 16 division of the main vernier scale is coinciding with the 16 division of the main scale. Then we can get the least count of the instrument. That is how we can frame the problem. Okay, but okay, once again I see. If you read the question carefully, the least count of the main scale is 0.1 centimeter, means which means what? One main scale division is given as 0.1 centimeter. Now vernier scale has 20 division, and that 20th division is coinciding with the 19th division, 16th division of the main scale. Means 20th division of the main scale, vernier scale, is coinciding with the 16th division of the main scale. Find the least count of the instrument. Okay, so we can assume the one vernier scale division equal to x centimeter. Then 16 into 0.1 will be equal to x into 20. Okay, so if you solve this, we'll get the x value as 0.08 centimeter. So least count will be equal to one main scale division minus one vernier scale division, which is 0.1 minus 0.08 centimeter, which is equal to 0.02 is the tricky question. Okay, they can ask you this type of problem. Fine. Next problem we can say. Okay, let me frame one problem here. Okay, okay. When the jaws of vernier scale were coinciding, okay, when the jaws of vernier scale were coinciding, the zero the zero of vernier scale was the zero of the vernier scale was left of zero of main scale. Zero of main scale. And fourth and the sixth part of vernier scale. Sixth 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 division of vernier scale coinciding with main scale. Coinciding with main scale. Okay, fine. Coinciding with main scale. Okay, fine. So the question is that when the jaws of vernier scale are what coinciding, the zero of the vernier scale was on the left side of zero of the main scale, and the sixth division of vernier scale coinciding with the main scale. Okay. By using this instrument, okay, by using this instrument, we measured we measured the diameter of a cap. Diameter of a cap. Okay, by using this instrument, we measure the diameter of the cap. Okay, the main scale reading, the main scale, or we can say, by using this instrument, we measure the diameter of the cap. So when we are measuring this cap, okay, uh, the zero of vernier scale, the zero of vernier scale is left of 3.3 centimeter, and fourth part is coinciding. Fourth part is coinciding. Okay, find the exact diameter of the cap. Okay, so in this way the question can be framed. Okay, so you read the question carefully and get me the answer. Okay, so this is the question which can be like this. The question can be framed. You read the question carefully and get me the answer from this. The least count of in the last problem is 0.02 centimeter. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That higher ninth was coinciding. Ninth of the main scale was coinciding with tenth of the 1 year scale. So 10 into x equal to 9 into 1. Correct. Okay, so this is a problem. Can you get me the answer for this? Read the question would be lengthy like this. Okay, you have to read the question and then understand the question and get the answer for that. Okay, fine. So the question is very easy. Only the only question is lengthy. Okay, otherwise question is very easy. See, If you read the question, first part of the question, when the jaws of vernier scale were coinciding with zero of the when the jaws of 3.4, okay, when the jaws were in contact, the verniers uh, uh, were coinciding with the zero of the means zero of the vernier scale was on the left side of the zero of the main scale. So what do you understand by this statement? It is a negative error. Okay, and when the jaws are in contact, then sixth division of the vernier scale was coinciding with the main scale. So can we find the negative error value? So negative zero error will be equal to coinciding part means 6 into least count. Least count is 0.01 centimeter. Okay, so we are getting 0.06 centimeter is the least count. Okay, fine. Understand. Now go for the next part of the problem. By using this instrument, we measure the diameter of the cap. Now, when we are measuring the diameter of the cap, the zero of the vernier scale is on the left side of 3.3 centimeter. So you draw there. If you draw the figure like this is the main scale. Okay. So zero of vernier scale is on the left side of 3.4. Left side of 3. This is 3.4 centimeter. Left side of 3.4 centimeter means what? What is the main scale reading now? The main scale reading would be 3.3 centimeter. See, zero. I draw here. Okay. Wait, I draw here. Okay, this is the main scale. Above one is main scale. This is vernier scale. Okay. Here somewhere zero will be there. Now zero is on the left side of 3.4 centimeter. This is 3.4 centimeter. Okay. Left of 3.4 centimeter means what would be the left of vernier scale? That would be 3.3 centimeter. Correct. So what is the main scale reading? So main scale reading would be 3.3 centimeter. We have to look at the reading of main scale which is on the left side of the vernier scale. Okay. So it should be 3.3 centimeter. Fine. So 3.3 centimeter is the main scale reading. Okay. Now, now what we are telling you that sorry, sorry. It should be 3.2. Okay. 0 is on the left side of 3.3. This is 3.3 centimeter. Left side of 3.3, which means what is the left side of vernier scale? That would be 3.2. So main scale reading would be equal to 3.2 centimeter. Okay. So this would be 3.2 centimeter. That is my main scale reading. So now what is vernier scale reading? Vernier scale reading means the zero of the vernier scale. The fourth part is coinciding. Means vernier scale reading would be equal to how much? 4 into least count, that is 0.01, which is 0.04 centimeter. So what is the measured value? The measured value will be equal to main scale reading plus vernier scale reading into least count. That is vernier scale is fourth. Vernier scale is fourth. Fourth part is coinciding. That is vernier scale. Okay. So measured value is main scale reading plus vernier scale reading into least count. Main scale reading is 3.2. Vernier scale is 4 into least count 0.01, which will be how much? 3.24 centimeter is what? This is main scale reading. Fine. Now true reading, the true diameter of the cap would be equal to measured value plus negative error. Okay. So what is measured value? That is 3.24. What is error there? What is the error? Negative error was 0.06. Okay. So it should be plus 0.06 centimeter. 0.06 centimeter. So answer would come as 3.3 centimeter is the answer. 3.30 centimeter is the answer. Okay. Fine. Yes, very good. So those who have got 3.3 centimeter is correct answer. Very good. Okay. 3.4. No, it should be 3.3. Fine. I hope you understand this problem. Okay. So in this way, one scale problem would be asked. So you need to know the basic. Without basic, you cannot get the answer. First of all, so you should know the basic. Then only you will get the answer for that. Okay. Fine. Now next type of instrument is screw gauge. Okay. Next type of instrument is screw gauge. Okay. Or we can say micrometer. So micrometer or screw gauge is the next type of instrument. Okay. Now just look at the instrument here. Okay. First of all, let us see the construction here. Now if you look here, the sleeve. What is sleeve here? Sleeve is the main scale reading. Same like in 1 year scale, we have a scale, normal scale, main scale. So here also sleeve is what? This is the main scale. Okay, this is main scale. Fine. Or sometimes they are telling in the exam as linear scale or main scale. Correct. Huh? Now main scale is similar to, or linear scale is similar to normal scale which you are having, centimeter scale. So this is the centimeter scale which is there. Okay. Now over this centimeter scale, we have a circular scale. Okay. So we can look at this. This is a circular scale which is over the main scale. Okay. Now, now you can see that this circular scale has two type of motion. One is when you rotate. Now this is the circular scale. Now if you look at this bottom part, this is ratchet. Ratchet is that part which we are rotating the circular scale. Means with the help of ratchet, okay, fine. So with the help of this ratchet, what we are doing? We are rotating the circular scale. Fine. This ratchet will help us to rotate the circular scale. Fine. Now this circular scale has two types of motion. One is the circular scale will rotate as well it has as it has linear motion. It has two type of motion. One is rotational motion, other is linear motion. Means when you rotate this, okay. So when we rotate this ratchet, this circular scale will rotate also, and it will have linear motion also. Fine. So it has both the type of motion. One linear motion, other circular motion.
Hello, sir.
Tell.
Sir.
Tell.
Hello.
Tell.
சார் ஒரு இது மீட்டிங் சாட்டர்டே இருக்கு சார், அது போட்டுருங்க பிள்ளைங்கிட்ட அப்படின்னு சொல்லிடுங்க சார். ஒன் மீட்டிங் இன்
Meeting.
சாட்டர்டே சார்.
So you have to announce something or what?
Now I will message it now.
Okay. So I
Okay,
think
Zoom. You inform the students.
okay, sir. Okay, I think some message has been given by Seekers Education. You have a meeting, okay, at 12:30 p.m. Some detail is given to you that Zoom meeting will be there. Meeting ID and password is there. So kindly note that meeting and kindly note that time. Okay, 27th June at 12:30 p.m. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, so first of all, I am discussing here the this construction of the screw cage. Okay, LS means what? LS means what? Linear scale. Okay, first let me complete this. Okay, see, I am just telling you the construction here. Then I discuss how we are using micrometer. Okay, so micrometer, this is the main scale, like normal scale. So just imagine we have a normal scale. Over the normal scale, we have a circular scale, which is over the normal scale. Okay. Now what is there? That circular scale, this circular scale is there. This circular scale has two type of motion. So if you look at the circular scale, we have at the bottom of the circular scale we have ratchet. Now what is the purpose of this ratchet? This ratchet, when you rotate the ratchet, the circular scale will also rotate along with the ratchet. And this circular scale has two type of motion. One is linear motion, other is circular motion. So it has two type of motion, linear motion as well as circular motion. Okay, fine. Now if you look at this frame, this is U frame. Okay. Now U frame, this is spindle. This is anvil. Now this anvil is a stationary part or the fixed part. This is the fixed part. This anvil is fixed. This spindle is movable part. Okay, it can move. Now, if I have to measure something with the help of micrometer, what I have to do? I have to place the object. I have to place the object between this spindle and the anvil like this. Okay, between the spindle and anvil, I am placing the object. Now to place the object, we have to move the spindle. Okay, so we have to move this spindle to place the object. So how can we move the spindle? We can move this spindle by rotating this ratchet. So if I rotate this ratchet like this, what will happen? This spindle will move along this direction. Okay, and it will move along this direction, and whatever the size of the object is there, it can accommodate between the anvil and the spindle. So the object which has to be measured is put between the anvil and the spindle, and the spindle size can be adjusted by rotating this spindle, this ratchet. Okay, so when you rotate this ratchet, this spindle will have linear motion like this, and we can accommodate the size of the spindle to accommodate this object. Okay, like this. Fine. Now, when you rotate this ratchet, this circular scale will also rotate along with the ratchet. Okay, fine. Now, if you look here, when we are not measuring anything, like just imagine a condition. When you are not measuring anything, what should happen? What should be the condition? The condition should be that this spindle should be in contact with anvil. Okay, so if this spindle is in contact with the anvil, then we are not measuring anything. Like in the case of 1 year scale, just see the 1 year scale. When the two jaws of 1 year scales are in contact, this figure, when the two jaws are in contact, then we are not measuring anything. The same way here also, when the two jaws or when the anvil and the spindle are in contact, then we are not measuring anything. Now if we are not measuring anything, then what is the condition here? Then 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 we have a condition like this. This is the main scale, this is the circular scale. Okay, this has the reading, this is the main scale reading. Now here somewhere it would be zero of the main scale. Okay, now the zero of the main scale, and if I make this is a circular scale. Okay, this is circular scale. So when you are not measuring anything, the zero of the main scale and zero of the 1 year scale should exactly coincide. Okay, the zero of the main scale and zero of the circular scale should exactly coincide when the two jaws are in contact, or when the anvil and spindle are in contact. Then the zero of the circular scale should coincide with zero of the main scale, zero of the main scale or linear scale. So this is your linear scale reading. This is your linear scale. This is circular scale. So circular scale will have division. Now, the circular scale can have any number of division, but a standard micrometer has 100 division. A standard micrometer has 100 division. Okay, 100 division. Fine. So if you look at this, if you look at the 1 year scale, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, like this on the back side. Then here we have here we have here we will have say 95, 96, 99, then 100. Okay, oh, let me draw the figure properly. Okay, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, let me draw the figure properly. Okay, so this is the circular scale. This is the circular scale. Okay, now a circular scale have reading that has 100 division. So this will be your first division 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, like this. And from from the bottom it should have 95, 96, 99, then 100. Like this it will have. See, you look at this 10, 15, 20. At the back side we will have what? We will have about 20, 30, 35, 37, 40, 49. Like this we will have reading. Okay. Now this is the main scale reading. Main scale reading will always start from 0. So this will be 0 of the main scale. 0, then we have 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, like this. Okay. So when the anvil and the spindle are in contact, when the anvil and spindle are in contact, then 0 of the circular scale is coinciding with the 0 of the main scale. Now where we are using micrometer, okay. Now micrometer is help us to the least count of micrometer. See, the least count of micrometer. Least count, I think you understand what is least count. Okay, least count is the minimum measurement which an instrument can do is equal to 0.001 centimeter, which means the micrometer can measure up to 3 decimal place. Okay, fine. This 1 year scale measure up to 2 decimal place, which means this micrometer is more precise than main scale. That is the usefulness of micrometer. That it can measure. It has more resolution as compared to. It has more resolution as compared to 1 year scale. So it is more useful, or it can measure more accurately as compared to 1 year scale. That is the reason for that. Okay, its resolution is more than that of the 1 year scale. Okay, now let us come how to find the least count of the instrument. Okay, how to find the least count of this circular scale. So when the anvil and jaws are in contact, 0 of the 1 year scale, 0 of the main scale is exactly coinciding with the 0 of the coinciding with the 0 of the main scale, circular scale. Now when we have to accommodate this object, so what will happen? We have to rotate this ratchet. Okay, so when you rotate the ratchet, you will find that 0 will come, then 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. And when 100 degrees is completed, then we say that the circular scale has done one complete rotation. Okay, so when the circular scale has done one complete rotation, you will find that it has moved. When the circular scale has done one complete rotation, then at the same time this would have moved 1 centimeter. Okay, then this would have moved 1 centimeter. We can say not 1 centimeter, 0.1 centimeter. 0.1 centimeter. See, so when you rotate the ratchet, okay, when we rotate the ratchet, we found that after one complete rotation of the circular scale, the circular scale has moved 0.1 centimeter on the linear scale. Okay, so it has moved 0.1 centimeter on the linear scale. So the least count of circular scale, is given by the pitch of the instrument, by number of division of circular scale. Number of division of circular scale. Now what is pitch? Okay, now what is pitch? Now pitch is basically, just look at this condition. When the anvil and spindle are in contact, then the 0 of the main scale, this is the main scale or linear scale. This is the main scale. This is the circular scale. So 0 of the main scale is coinciding with the 0 of the 1 year scale. Now you rotate this screw gauge. When you rotate the screw gauge, this circular scale will rotate. And after completing one rotation means after rotating 100 division, again 0 will come. Okay. Then during this process, during one complete rotation, how much circular scale has moved on the linear scale? So you can see that it started from 0 here and it has moved to 0.1 centimeter after one complete rotation of the circular scale. That distance moved by the circular scale by completing one complete rotation is known as the pitch of the instrument. Is known as the pitch of the instrument. So pitch of the instrument is when you rotate the circular scale. When you rotate the circular scale, one complete rotation of the circular scale, how much circular scale has moved over the main scale when one complete rotation of the circular scale is done. That is known as pitch of the instrument. So in this case, pitch is equal to 0.1 centimeter. Number of division of the circular scale is 100. So can we get the least count of the circular scale? The least count of circular scale will be equal to 0.1 by 100, which is 0.001 centimeter. So this is the least count of the circular scale, that is 0.001 centimeter. Understand? So least count of circular scale is pitch by number of division. Pitch of the circular scale is 0.1. How many divisions are there? 100. So we get 0.1 by 100, which is 0.001 centimeter. That is the least count of the circular scale. Okay. I hope you understood. Okay. So I think time is up. Anything you can ask me. The pitch means, see, I write the pitch definition. When you move circular scale, one, see, just look at this. This circular scale is rotating also and moving also, or sliding on the main scale. Both the motion it is doing or not. It is doing both the motion. So when you rotate this ratchet, this circular scale will be rotating also and moving also. Both the thing it is doing. Okay, both the things it is doing. Now, what is pitch? Pitch means that if I rotate this circular scale for one complete rotation, how much the circular scale has moved over the how much the circular scale has moved over the main scale. That is the pitch. Yes, pitch is the distance traveled by the circular scale after one complete rotation of the circular scale. Okay, distance traveled by the circular scale after complete rotation of the circular scale. Okay, that is known as pitch. So if you look at this figure, it started from 0. It only for one rotation. Yes, for one complete rotation. It started with 0, and after completing one rotation of circular scale, it has moved 0.1. So this is the pitch of the instrument. And the least count of the circular scale is pitch by number of divisions. So pitch is 0.1, number of divisions is 100. So least count will be equal to 0.01 centimeter. Okay, fine. So you can see all the slides today which we have discussed. This was the first slide. First slide we have discussed zero error. Okay. Second, third, yes, the least count of the instrument is 0.001 centimeter. Yes. Okay. Any doubt you are having? Any problem? Okay. So time is up. Thank you all.